Hello everybody, it is February 21st, 2020, Wednesday. It is a whopping 26 degrees outside. I'm going to walk to work. I've shown off this bridge in old vlogs before, but that opening was a take 2, but because I'm left-handed, my hand naturally gravitates to putting to covering the mic holes on this camera, which I'm assuming make a difference. This is a different camera than I've ever shot with before. It's actually the first video clip I've ever shot with an EOSM. Because it's nice and tiny and portable, but with similar video specs to the T6i of old. So it should look at least as good as that camera. This is a different lens though. This lens is built more for low light, so we're not really going to see many of the benefits to this lens today because I have it stopped all the way down to an f10. So it is, for such a cold winter day, really bright outside. But also today is just weird in general because I have this weird shift. I've never had a shift that was scheduled to be 6 hours before, because it's noon to 6:30 p.m. And yes, that is 6.5 hours, but because it is just over that 6 hour mark, I do have to take a half an hour off for a meal. But because I have all this extra time, because I woke up when Sarah woke up at like 7 this morning, I decided to go for a walk to work impulsively about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, because this is because it's technically a mid-shift, though most mid-shifts I work are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I've worked 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. once, but never quite had anything like this. But it's a 5th day this week for me this week, so I'll take it. Aiming this correctly, we'll see the results of this. Maybe if I can point it ahead of me. Work a little bit better. I hope the exposure's good too, because I don't have it on auto, because who uses auto? I can see my breath, hopefully, because I can see it. I know I've shown this path off before. Not that I've vlogged much since moving here, but I do distinctly remember bringing Sophie up here when she visited, going for a walk up here and bringing the T6i and at least taking pictures, so I'm assuming I vlogged them too. That's probably actually out on an old part of the vlog. So here's the deal with getting the vlog caught up, assuming I release this relatively on time. Have I been filming for these past? Well, let's see here. So the vlog left off, the last real upload, other than ignoring the Tea Time with Nock thing, the vlog left off in, just grabbing the autofocus wheel like crazy. The vlog left off in January of 2018. And I filmed things fairly regularly from what I recall, leading all the way down to my graduation in June, because I definitely remember at least bringing the GoPro to that. And I still have all that footage, so I might try and edit it at some point. But here's the deal, is that now that I'm not a student anymore, it finally caught up with me and I no longer have access to my Adobe platform, my Adobe accounts. So I'm potentially thinking about transitioning editors, like physical NLE editors. I'm my editor as a person. So I might think about doing that. There's a couple I want to try out. I was going to talk about this later, but I guess we'll get into it now. So Premiere is obviously very expensive if you're not a student. It costs $53 a month, I believe. It's either $53 or $52. Granted, that is for the whole package, so you get Photoshop and Audition and everything. But I don't particularly need most of that, because there are free alternatives to Photoshop that are arguably as good, like GIMP. Plus, Sarah still needs it, so if I truly need Photoshop to do any work, or need to go into Illustrator or anything like that, which she's far better than I at Illustrator anyway, I could just use her computer. But, and I mean, I guess the other argument you could make is Audition. But I brought Pro Tools years ago. I have a license to operate both Pro Tools 12 and 11. So there's essentially 3 options I'm considering right now. And you're going to tell this is definitely going to be a new era of a vlog, because old me would have been like, Premiere? No, never, I'm leaving, never leaving Premiere. But me nowadays does not feel that same way. Also, I have to pay attention, because I don't know if the recording cap for this camera is going to be at 12 minutes or not. This is an hour's walk, by the way. But I've got 2 hours to get to work. It's like 10:15 in the morning or so. That sign up there where it says Go Sixers usually tells us. But it doesn't appear to want to transition today. Can you guys see that? If I held the camera steady, you would be able to. This lens has no image stabilization. Maybe this wasn't the best option today walking. I was debating between this and the other mirrorless lens I have, the 15 to 45. And honestly, I was like, yeah, the pancake lens, because it'll be fun and tiny and small. But in all reality, now that I'm here, the mirrorless 15 to 45 would have been a little bit better of a choice. Image stabilizer, and plus I could zoom a little bit, and I don't really need the full f2 that this little pancake offers. Don't get me wrong, this is a tiny, fantastic lens, but I'm not really putting it towards its full potential right now, vlogging in broad daylight. But I'm kind of considering 3 options for this. I mean, obviously a 4th is just staying with Premiere, but honestly I'm ready to venture out. And all 3 of these options are cheaper than Premiere. One is the free version of DaVinci Resolve, which I haven't really used yet. It's the one I'm the least familiar with out of anything. But I know people are leaving Premiere in droves for that, so I'd be tempted to give it a shot. And plus, it's free. So for small online video things, that sounds like a decent option. Second is Final Cut 10. I was trained on 7, but I have no experience whatsoever with 10. So that would be a completely new experience. But honestly, that's kind of the option I'm leaning towards. One of the nice things about 10 is just that with 10, you pay for it once, then you're done with it. So sure, it might be a little bit more expensive at $300 compared to the competition. But that's it. Once you get it, you get all the updates and everything. Third option is moving back to Avid. Some of you who have watched for a while might remember my struggle with Avid, but Avid's been basically recoded from the ground and is a completely new program now. Not that I've used it, not that I've used any of the 3 pieces of software really. But the new version of Avid is at least still Avid, whereas the new version of Final Cut is very different. But from what I hear, Avid and Final Cut. But from what I hear, Final Cut, the new version of Final Cut is a lot better for, things like this, internet videos that would be relatively quick turnarounds. Avid on the other part would be better for more feature productivity stuff, like if I was, actually going to do work instead of just fuck around with the camera all day. But the good news is that all 3 pieces of software offer free trial. Well, I guess both that are cost money, because there would be no reason for DaVinci to offer a free trial because, well, it's free. At least the main version of it is. Plus, if you were to get a full version of their cinema cameras or even the pocket cameras, I believe come with the full version of it. But honestly, I want to try to use it, but I'm really tempted to lean towards Final Cut. Because I do still have my MacBook. Is my MacBook older than the vlog? No, not really. No, my MacBook is 2014. I started a new vlog on MacBook. Yeah. Obviously I will need to upgrade my computer eventually, because at this point almost every video software, save for Final Cut, recommends 32 gigs of RAM, with 16 being the minimum, and I have 16. But for simple videos like this, you honestly don't need that much. I took off my coat because I got a little warm. I'm trying to show up to work too sweaty, but we're almost at the end of the trail. This is right up here. You see where it cuts over to the side up ahead, and then there's a, I need to try to hold this steady. See right up ahead here where it cuts off, and then there's a rail over there. Yeah, that's an active train line. Up ahead there, that little house up there. Yeah, I should have brought the damn zoom. What was I thinking? That's the irregularly used. I guess I shouldn't say irregularly. It does get some service, but like only 10 trains a day or so. Regardless, that's the R6's Kinwood station, the end of that half the line. Not that this is really the full R6 anymore, mind you, because it just goes from here to Suburban. Oh man, would you look at that, a maintenance truck thing. Getting up here right as we are. Yep, this is just all it is when it spits you out. An at-grade crossing to get over to the station if you want to go take the train for whatever reason. That a funny thing actually, that didn't trigger the no walk symbol. It still said you could walk. That's funny. There we go. I have no idea how much of this vlog is going to be in focus, but we'll try. It is a quaint little station. I've only got service more often than like 5 times each way a day or so, or whatever it is. Looks like the next train doesn't actually leave here until about 1 o'clock or so. Didn't take me that long to do the trail. It's only about 11:15 now. Put my jacket back on just because I didn't feel like carrying it around anymore. That's just about it. We're almost there. Camera rolls. Alright, it seems to be tracking my face. This is Nock's vlog day. I don't even know. It is 5:06 p.m. on Friday, February. I'm a little peeking on this. February 21st. Still a little loud. Check, check, check. Hello? Okay. Friday, February 21st, 2020. A little bit of an unboxing type of dealio. Here we go. At what point of that was the clip officially starting? I have no idea. We're still shooting on the same camera. It's the EOS M. It seems to be tracking my face right now, which means hopefully I'll at least be in focus. I haven't looked back at the other footage yet. As you might have guessed by the clap, we are doing sync sound. There's a little mic, because I've been acquiring some new gear. There's a little mic sitting just out of frame right over here. How does it sound? I have no idea. So, I mean, obviously I'll hear this first in editing, but you guys will hear it eventually too. It's not running right into the sound. I have a small audio recorder, again, just out of frame down here. I was going to run it right into the camera, but I still need to keep an eye on it because I have no idea what the levels are, and also I'm just getting a little bit used to this recorder because this is the, oh man, I'm not even going to get started on the gear for today. This is the Tascam 60D Mark II sitting down here recording. This is just a generic shotgun microphone that I found on Amazon. I just really wanted it as another reference piece, but well, I've got it. Also, I think this might be the most production work we've put into a vlog dedicatedly just for the vlog, because I have a boom stand with a mic on it up here, recording to an external recorder, not getting sent to the camera, so the camera is having scratch audio that we're replacing. There's a light over here and a big panel. There's a small light panel up over here and a long, tall stand. You're probably going to get an idea of me, because it looks fine when I'm not waving my arms around like a madman, except for the shadow behind me, but well, that's neither here nor there. And the camera's on a tripod. I know, this is not like Nock vlog at all. The camera's on a cage, and I can see what I'm doing because the EOS M does not have a full bite screen because I have a monitor now. How many of those things were new? The monitor is new. The articulating arm holding up the monitor is new. The Tascam is relatively new, but I've used it on a couple projects before, and I'm starting to like what they do a lot more than I Zoom. I'm not wearing the little mic pack I was for that Tea Time with Nock vlog a couple months ago, so everything you're hearing right now should, in an ideal world, should be recording right through this. Anyway, let's get started with the actual unboxing now that we're 2.5 minutes into this. It is nice being able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the reason the frame is so wide, is this one box. I honestly don't remember, well, I know what's in this one because it's so big, but I also don't remember what's in the rest of the packages. This one is honestly another something that I've been putting off getting for far too long. This one, if I can get the whole thing in frame, is a big ol' boom pole. I know it's going to focus on my face instead of the boom ball, but you'll have to trust me. It's in. Oh, wait, not hold it upside down. Get the whole thing in frame. Track the boom ball. Track the boom ball. It's still getting my face somehow. Is anything in focus? I have no idea. It's a newer, as an NEEWER boom ball. We'll see how it is. It's got an internally cabled XLR. I just kind of needed a boom ball. Might be shooting something next week. So that's kind of why I've gone a little bit on a buying spree. So there's a ton of stuff yesterday too, but didn't film any of it. We'll get that open in a little bit. Not really going to use it for the vlog. Mostly more going to be using it for other things. This one. Oh. This one was just a little bit for a setup. It's actually the same mouse that Sarah has. It's the Logitech M510, which I can put on Sarah's laptop and grab you her M510 to show you like out of the packaging. And then just a generic USB 3 hub. I remember this now. Most of the film stuff came yesterday. This is probably more boring stuff today. But you know what? I'm filming today, and we didn't film yesterday. Oh. Another generic microphone. Oh, it's the same generic microphone I already have right now. I was trying to buy a couple of these. Yeah, this is the exact same one that I'm using right now. That's hilarious. I was just trying to buy a couple of these just because I needed a couple extra reference mics, and I was looking at it, different places, shopping around just to see. So, I don't know how that one sounds because you're already listening to it. Do I make good shopping decisions or what? Because they're both unbranded and they both make no sense. And what's written on the mic body is barely English, but a microphone's a microphone. And when I just need a microphone for scratch audio, because I'm not intending to be using this like this. If it sounds okay, then, well, good. But I do have other mics, including a decent shotgun. This is simply just because I have some cameras like the C300 that I can't run without a microphone on, because otherwise I'd have no scratch audio. That's the real reason I got a couple of these. There's another Optica thing somewhere that I was going to put on this and have a comparison with as well, but I couldn't find a 9-volt in time. There's a 9-volt floating around here somewhere that I brought back last week, and I have no idea where it is. Anyway, one last package. This one I probably could have guessed. It's a dead cat filter for an XLR, or not an XLR, one of the shotguns. It's more designed to fit the better Rode shotgun I've got, but will it fit on the one I'm using right now? I have no idea. It's just a little dead cat filter. Here, I'll give you guys a little glimpse because I didn't actually take it out of the box of the. This is definitely the same one because it has the same English on the body of the microphone itself. It's a longer tube mic. It's got a couple of switches on it. Again, same model. This is unidirectional electret, spelled ELECTRET, condenser microphone. Your guess is as good as mine, but anyway, let's see if this fits. Seems like it's a little wider, but fits alright, I guess. So access the switch. What mode am I showing on this? Whatever. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's it's leaking hair all over the place. I don't think that's showing up on camera. That's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna break all this down. This was a lot of work for a 7-minute video, but I'm home from work to relax for a little bit. Then maybe look into the Final Cut thing just a little bit later on in the evening. Alright, well, I just went and I imported all of the files. It's a simple file structure for now. Everything that's been shot up to what you're seeing right now, I've copied over to my computer. Yeah, I kind of don't know where to start just because it's all so new to me. So that's just a sample picture I took, and this is where we started on the bridge. But like, I don't know my shortcuts or anything yet. It's gonna be worth a shot just playing around, I guess, for now. Because I've never opened this program before. Right now. I haven't used Final Cut in general since it's interesting. It shows me where I clipped, because it looks like I clipped a couple of times in the original. Oh man, whatever this was, I even clipped on the. Oh, that's my clap. Huh, interesting. Be interested to see if I could. That's kind of nice. It has like a little camera thing. I'm not even watching the screen of my camera. I'm gonna play around with this. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna just give it 20 minutes, see if I can get a rough cut of the vlog in. It's a little bit before 9 right now. Let's give it until 9:20, and I'll come back and I'll see where I am. Okay, so here's the result after 20 minutes. I was able to get through about 3 minutes of actually editing. Granted, this is pretty soft editing, and I was just just really working on the one clip, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to do the whole thing, but it did spend a little bit of it watching tutorials and Googling a couple things just because I needed to figure out how to get started. Like, stuff that's honestly so simple that I could have figured out how to Google it. Like, I mean, honestly, just like, watch this. I'm going to undo this after I do this. But, like, if I want to set an endpoint here, the nice thing is that I don't have to, like, click every time, so it's a little bit of a time saver. I can just boop, boop, and then instead of, like, looking for delete or, like, pressing, like, X like I used to, I just press backspace, and it deletes itself. So, yeah, it's honestly just really quick and smooth, and I'm going to stop panning because I want it to, it does seem just a little bit laggy right now. Right, I turned your autofocus off. But what it's doing is it's trying to analyze everything in the background. But yeah, I spent like a couple minutes just honestly just fiddling with audio, just trying to get audio to sound relatively acceptable. And I did get a couple of things figured out with here. So I have my stuff so that it's theoretically no longer clipping anymore. There's a limiter on everything for this part, just because it's outside. There's a low pass filter on, so like honestly, if I had to press send on this right now, this clip at least would be somewhat decent. Also, the camera is about to die. Anyway, time to bother you. We'll go back to Final Cut in a bit. What are you doing?
I'm making cookies. They're supposed to be oatmeal, raisin, peanut butter, chocolate chip, but I don't think I'm going to put the raisins in. I don't know if there's enough cookie dough to be worth raisins. But everything is stuck all over the beaters because this thing is not the best mixer. I really want a new mixer.
Soon, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it works, but like, it's not the best. It's really old, and it still gives me that like feeling that like maybe something is wrong with it because it makes it smell like there's an electrical fire.
Well, I think I'm gonna end this here for the night. I've shed a lot today, but honestly, as much as we want to kind of see these cookies get done, we'll just wait for a little while for that. We'll maybe go over a little bit more of the baking stuff tomorrow, but I don't know. We've shot so much tonight. Or, what a best day. The camera likes focusing on me. It did not want to focus on you there.